Hello everybody, this is Nate. I just thought I would share with you a couple of my Discus tanks. This one is a 125 gallon tank planted aquarium. I've got a few different types of easy to keep plants growing well in there with the help of some supplement usage and some driftwood. And in this tank I have four almost adult, sorry about the glare, almost adult spotted leopard discus. And they're pretty happy in this environment. It's kind of a darker environment and they blend in well and feel pretty safe there. So the tank itself is lit by these Marineland LED fixtures. I have a couple of the standards and then a couple of the double brights. And these are said to be sufficient for planted tanks, but with my experience I definitely prefer like a T5 bulb to these, especially if the tank has any depth to it, which this one, this one is deeper than most, so the plants at the bottom struggle to get some light, so definitely struggle to keep like hair grass growing and anything that grows close to the bottom. That is fluorite on the bottom. And I have some of the fluorite tablets that I keep in there and change out pretty regularly. I drilled this tank in a couple of spots. You see right here, this is just one end, the other end is the same for my overflows. That one's kind of a secondary overflow, and this is kind of the primary overflow at this end, doing most of the work. And I have that capped off with some screen at the top so fish can't get down in there. Both of those then flow, that's going to get pretty dark, but they have gate valves so I can shut them off and regulate the flow if I need to. So this primary one, the flow is cut just a little bit so that I can maximize that, and it flows into a sump here. That's a sock filter. It's about due to be changed. So you see actually both tubes from each end of the tank coming into the sock filter, and the one that's just trickling is my secondary, obviously. And this is my sump. This is a Ecosystems refugium from Ling Sai. They're pretty expensive sumps, but they're about the best you can get in terms of natural biological filtration, in my opinion. And it has some magic mud at the bottom, and I have wisteria growing in here currently. I've switched it out, tried a few different things. Everything grows really well in there. It has its own bulb. It stays on all the time. And so the water gets filtered naturally there, obviously, and then down through the bio balls. And back through the sump. There's my pump, and it's flowing through a UV sterilizer at the back. Kind of see the green lights there, and then back up into the tank at this back corner here. And so I'm doing probably about half, a little more than half of the filtration in that manner. And being such a good setup, it does very, very well, actually. I do 20% water changes, I would say, every month and a half or 2 months, and really, even when I check my parameters at that time, they're 0 ammonia, 0 nitrite. Nitrate is very, very low, and so everything does very well on its own. It's very self-sustaining. And then I do kind of secondarily filter, again, sorry about the glare, filter through an FX5 Fluval, and that is just running biomedia, BioMax, and some mechanical filtration, but there's no chemical filtration in this setup at all, and like I said, it performs very well. The water stays crystal clear, and I have to do very little water changes. All the fish seem really happy. In terms of stock, I mentioned I have 4 spotted leopard discus in there, and they're 4 inches, 5 inches. I think showing signs of pairing off, at least best I can tell. And I have a couple cory cats and a plecostomus in there. That plecostomus kind of moves around from one tank to the next for me to just kind of maintain algae control. I have, in my sump, I have this auto top-off system, and that's that's checking the water level there. A couple moths got in there. And obviously when that gets too low, it fills the tank back up. Let's see. This is my ATO auto top-off. This is the one I prefer. I've got a couple of these on tanks. It does a really good job. This is my reservoir then of kind of prepared water. Any of you discus keepers out there know that you gotta kind of get that water ready. The RO water is what I use primarily, because the discus like the water to be soft and neutral to acidic. So I get it all prepared here and keep it heated. And then when I do water changes or when the auto top off needs it, it pumps it through this tube and in. And obviously I don't want that to reach the water level, or else it could accidentally back up, so that's floating above the water a little ways. So anyway, this is my spotted leopard tank, and over here I have kind of my red discus tank, and I went with a bare bottom tank on this side. I kind of, obviously for maintenance reasons, bare bottom is nice, and I kind of, I like to have the contrasting styles of aquariums in the room. So this has a couple varieties of orange discus, a few actually. It has some red pigeons, which are the ones with the white spots, and then they kind of morph into red bodies. And I have some super red melons, and I have some kind of standard pigeon bloods. And those are a little young to be pairing off right now, but I'm hopeful that I'll get a pair out of those. In which case I'd kind of move the pair into some breeding tanks and see what kind of success I have. I'm relatively new to discus. I think I've been keeping them for under a year, but really enjoying them. I've tried all kinds of fish, and so far I think these are my favorite to keep. I have a couple Amazon swords in pots here with plant substrate and root tabs and stuff, just to kind of help naturally filter the water and give the discus kind of a place to hide away. A piece of slate in the middle as well. Again, just so I can monitor, if anybody's trying to pair off. There is a plecostomus in there, 2 plecostomus in there actually, just to kind of keep algae under control. That is a T5 on top. So it's, and discus like really warm water, so it's 86 degrees I think, and so algae can grow easily. So I have plecostomus that just kind of keep it under control, and like I said, I move them around from tank to tank. Filtration in this, again, I'm also using an ecosystem Lingsci refugium. This is a hang on the back model, and I have wisteria growing in here as well too. I don't know if we're going to be able to see it. And that grow light stays on all the time. The water comes in over there in that little overflow chamber, siphoned into the first chamber of the refugium, and it flows through the Miracle Mud chamber with the wisteria. I also have my heater in that chamber. And over here, that's an auto top off, and then the pump that pumps it back into the water and aerates the water there. And the secondary filter is this. This is the first time I've tried one of these filters on this tank. It's, you know, I forget the name right now. I'll post it in the description. It was recommended to me by my brother-in-law, who is liking his, but it, you know, it has chambers similar to a Fluval canister filter. I have BioMax in it, some sponge filters, and then, you know, you can put carbon in it if you need carbon for a little while to clear up your water. But the cool thing about this canister is that it also has a UV sterilizer. It's kind of a low, it's a 9 watt, I think. But you know, that's kind of an added bonus of this canister filter. There. Oh, and it comes with a spray bar, which is nice. I have a reservoir here, also for auto top off reasons. And just kind of a pump, keeping that water circulated. This is more of kind of a drip top off versus kind of the full flow one I have over there. But it drips in right there, monitors up there. So anyway, those are my 2 Discus tanks. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks for watching. Bye.